All right, welcome to my channel. This is Gristo, and what I do here is solve technical drawing problems and also provide very important information that you can make use of for you to have better performance in your technical drawing examinations. If you are watching my video for the first time, I want to say thank you. I want to ask you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, put on notification so that whenever I upload any video, you will be notified, and help me to share my videos to your friends who are technical drawing students. And it is very, very important for you to practice this subject. It's a practical subject, and when you practice it, you become a master at it. Now, I put some questions together on scale and scale drawing, and I call it here questions on scale problems. And we have to answer the questions, and I've been able to make some work here. So where I work out the calculations. So when you are to answer questions on scales, it's very important that you have your calculator beside you. Okay, so now let's start with question 1. But here that we are going to use this instruction to answer question 1 and 2, as we have that a line 5 meters long is represented by 1 centimeter on a scaled diagram. Use the information to answer questions 1 and 2. So now we come to question 1, which says that the representative fraction of the scale used is, now, if we are to calculate the representative fraction, we have a formula to make use of, and the representative fraction, or RF, is calculated by using this formula, which says that RF is equal to length on drawing over actual length. So from the instruction that we were given here, so we have that the length on drawing is 1 centimeter, and the actual length is 5 meters, which is equivalent to 500 centimeters. So our RF now is now equal to length on drawing over actual length, which is 1 centimeter divided by 5 meters. And this is equal to 1 centimeter over 500 centimeters, which is also the same as 1 over 500. You must convert the unit. You must make sure the unit of the numerator and denominator are the same, or the unit of the length on drawing was the same as that of the actual length, so, or vice versa. Okay, so the answer here is 1 over 500, which makes option C to be the right answer to the question. Now let's go to question 2, which says that the actual length of 4 millimeters portion of the scaled line is, okay, so now, so if the length of drawing is now 4 millimeters, so the actual length is what we have to determine, and I'm representing that with letter X. So here we have that 1 over 500, and that is the RF that we have gotten here. So we are now equating it to length on drawing over actual length, and going forward, we have X to be equal to 2000 millimeters. And as we know that 1 meter equals 1000 millimeters, and that gives us the actual length to be 2 meters, which is option B as we have here. Okay, then going forward, we have question 3, which says that a line is drawn 2 centimeters on a scale 1:50, and the actual length is, so they also want us to calculate the actual length here. Now, length on drawing is 12 centimeters, and RF is 1:50, which is also the same as 1 over 50. Then actual length is represented with letter X here. So like what we did up here, so we have RF, which is the scale. So we have 1 over 50 is equal to 12 centimeters over X. Then X is equal to 600 centimeters, and 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So which means that the actual length is 6.00 meters. So option C is the answer to the question. Then we come to this problem here. Here we have that we have to use the diagonal scale below, diagonal scale. So diagonal scale below to answer question 6 to question 4 to 6. Question 4 to 6. So question 4 says that the drawing shows a scale of ratio. So they want us to calculate the RF or the scale. Okay. So now, if we are to calculate the scale used, so we have to use this formula that says that length of scale is equal to RF times maximum length. So the length of scale is 180 millimeters, as you can see here. So it is put here. So the RF is here, and the maximum length is 5.4 meters. So now we now have 180 millimeters is equal to RF times so 5,400 millimeters, 5,400 millimeters. Therefore, so we now have RF to be equal to 180 millimeters over 5,400 millimeters. As I said, that the unit must be the same. Okay, that's what I did there for me to get this 5,400. So at the end, we have that the ratio of scale used is 1:30. So which makes option B to be the right answer to the question. Now question 5 says that what is the minimum? What is the minimum reading on the scale? What is the minimum reading on the scale? So the minimum reading is calculated by dividing the length of scale by the number of division that we have here. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So to divide 180 millimeters by 4, it gives us 45 millimeters, which gives us option A to be the answer to the question. Now, question 6. What is the length L on the scale? So the length L on the scale is 4.6 meters, 4.6 meters. Okay, then we come to question 7. If 1 millimeter represents 1 millimeter represents 15 meters in a given plan, what is the representative fraction? So RF is equal to length on drawing over actual length. So the length on drawing is 1 millimeters. The actual length is 15 meters. So by conversion, we have that 1 millimeters divided by 15,000 millimeters. As I said, that we must convert the unit and make sure the unit of the denominator is the same as that of the numerator. So therefore, we have 1/15,000 to be the RF of the RF used. So the answer is option D is the answer to this question. Option D is the answer to the question, as we have here, 1/15,000. Then we move to question 8, which says that what is the value of length X shown on the plane scale? So on the plane scale, figure 2. This is the figure 2. So distance from here to here now is equal to 28.00 millimeters. 28.00 millimeters. So if you look at it very well, so this is 20, and if you read from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the length X is 28.00 millimeters. So option C is the answer to the question. Option C is the answer to the question. Then we'll come to question. So we have to use this diagram or this scale to answer question 9 and 10. And question 9 says that the scale shown is this a diagonal scale. So this scale is a diagonal scale. And what are the minimum, question 10, what are the minimum and maximum measurements obtainable on the scale? So the minimum and maximum measurement obtainable on the scale is 0.01 millimeters and 3 meters. That is option A is the answer to the question. So here that we are to use this figure below to answer question 11 and 12. And the question says that the scale shown in figure above, is a plane scale. So this is a plane scale. And question 12 says that the distance Q on the scale is, so distance Q on the scale, this is 1 centimeter, which is equivalent to from year to year is 1 centimeter, from 0 to 1 is 1 centimeter, which is equivalent to 10 millimeters. Then we count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 millimeters plus 10 millimeters will give us 15 millimeters. So the answer to the question is option B, which is 15.0 millimeters. Then move to question 13, which says that which of the scales will produce the largest view of an object. So the least scale here, or the lower one here, is 1:50. So it's just that we want to divide 100, okay, we want to divide like 1,000 by 50. So I want to divide 1,000 by each of these. So I believe you should know that the one that will give us the higher value will be this one, which is 1:50. So that is the answer. Option A is the answer to the question. Then question 14. So the value of R on the scale below, the value of R on the scale below is, so how can we get the value of R on the scale below? So this is 14. So this is 14. And then, so from year to year, so we have what? We have this to 14. This is 12, not 2. So this is 14. Then we now come to this area to know what we are going to add to this 14. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we add, that is 14.8. We need to go up here. So we count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means we have 14.88. That is option A is the answer to the question. 14.88 is the answer to the question. Then move to question 15. So R is 14.88, as I said here. So question 15 says that which of the following scales is the smallest? So just like the reverse of the question that we treated in question 13. So the one that will give us the smallest value here is 1:2000. 1:2000. Okay. Then question 16. What is the exact measurement of the distance marked out in the diagram below? So now, so just like what we just did in question 14. So here we have, this is 3 millimeters. So 3 millimeters. Then we come to this area. So to get what we are going to add to this, so we are going to read from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 3.6. Then we have to go up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 3.66. So option D is the answer to the question. Then question 17. So what will be the size of a plot of land measuring 50 meters by 30 meters on a scale of 1:50, on a scale of 1:50. So what we are going to do here is to convert this to millimeters, and we also convert this to millimeters. So 50 millimeters will give us 50,000 millimeters. Sorry, 50 meters. Sorry, 50 meters will give us 50,000 millimeters, and 30 meters will give us 30,000 millimeters. So if we divide 50,000 millimeters by 50, so that will give us 1,000 millimeters, and 30,000 millimeters by 50, that will give us 600 millimeters. Okay. Then, so the answer to this question is option A. So then we move to question 18, which is that the drawing below represents a diagonal scale. So it represents this is a diagonal scale. So it represents a diagonal scale. So a diagonal scale is used to depict or to show maximum of 3 units of measurement. So this is diagonal scale. So then move to question 20 and 21. So here we have that. Okay, question 19. question 19 to 20. So this question 19 to 20. All right, so question 19, as we have here, the length x is, so length x, what is length x? That is distance from here to here. As we have here, this is 1 millimeter. Then what are we going to add to it? We have 1, 2, that is 1.2. Then if you go up 1, 2, that is 1.22. So option B is the answer to the question. So question 20, the length y is, so question length y is, so this is true. Then if we read from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is 2.7. Then we read on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 2.75. The answer is option B to the question. So distance y is 2.75. And question 21 says that 100 millimeters square is the same as 100 millimeters square is same as, so I this calculation here. So 100 millimeters square is the same as 1 centimeter square. Then 100 millimeters square is equal to x. Then we move on to determine what the answer will be. So which gives us 10 centimeters square. So 100 centimeters square is equivalent to 100 millimeters square is the same as 10 centimeters square. So option B gives us the answer to the question. Then move to question 22, which says that a length of 1 meter on a land is represented by 2 millimeters on a drawing. What is the scale used, or what is drawing scale used? Okay, so here we have that length on drawing over actual length. So the length on drawing is 2 millimeters and the actual length is 1 meter. So by calculation, so we have the answer or the scale used to be 1:500, 1:500. So option B is the answer. Sorry, option D is the answer to the question. Option D is the answer to the question. Then as we have here that the sketch in figure 8 shows a diagonal scale of 1:100. Use it to answer question 23 and question 24. As we have here that what is the value of m on the scale? What is value of m on the scale? So here we have 2. Then what are we going to add to it? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is 2.11. I'm coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is 2.6. Then we read on this line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 2.67. So that gives us option B to be the correct answer to the question. Then question 24 says that the actual length of the object whose length is measured in m on the scale is, okay, so we want to know the actual length. So then as we have here, as we are given in the question that RF or the scale is 1:100, okay, which is the same as 1/100. So length on drawing is the value of m, which is equivalent to 2.67 meters. So by my calculation, I have the actual length. As we are told here to be 267 meters. So that gives us option C to be the answer to the question. Then here we have that use the given information to answer questions 26 and 27. Here we have that a length of 1 meter on land is represented by 2 centimeters on scale drawing. So question 25 says that, question 25, 26, not 20. So here we have question 25 and 26. Okay, sorry. So the scale used for the drawing is, so for the scale used for the drawing, so actual length is 1 meter, which is equal to 100 centimeters. Our length on drawing is 2 centimeters. So the scale is equal to length on drawing over actual length, which is 2 centimeters over 1 meter and same as 2 centimeters over 100 centimeters, and the scale used is 1:50. So that makes option B to be the answer to the question. Option B is answer to the question. Then question 26 says that 40 centimeters on land, when transferred to the scale drawing, shall be. So then here we have that length of scale is equal to RF times maximum length, and that gives us length of scale to be equal to 8 millimeters. 8 millimeters. Option A gives us the answer to that question. Then we come to question 27, which says that using a scale of 1:5, an object of length 200 meters is represented by, so as we have here, scale is 1:5, actual length is 200 meters, and length on drawing, so length on drawing is what we're asked to calculate. So here we have 1/5 is equal to y/200. So length on drawing is 40 meters. Length on drawing is 40 meters. So which gives us option D as the right answer to the question. Option D is the right answer to the question. Now we come to question 28, which is the last question here, which says that a length of 20 centimeters on a drawing with a scale of 1:4 represents the actual length of, so when they want us to determine the actual length, so length on drawing is 20 centimeters, the scale is 1:4, which is 1/4. So actual length is equal to, as we have here, so the actual length is 80 centimeters. That is 8 centimeters. Actual length is 80 centimeters. So which gives us option A as the answer to the question. So these are the questions that I put together on scale and scale drawing. So all you need to do is to practice. This calculation is very, very important. As I've said that whenever you come across problems on scales, you must have your calculator with you to do the simple calculations. So thank you for watching and keep on practicing. God bless you.